I'm Rob Dunn. I'm the Director of Discovery and Preclinical Research here at DNDi. And we've very recently signed a new Memorandum of Understanding with the Royal Society of Chemistry and Medicines for Malaria Venture to explore new ways of looking at open source and open innovation research. Now, the three of us have worked together for some time now in this shared goal for neglected diseases. We have a joint program in Brazil looking at developing new drugs for malaria and for Chagas disease. And now we've decided to look at open innovation and see what we can do in that area. It's a great interest to DNDi. It's an area where we want to look at innovation, but we're not quite sure yet how to do it. So the three of us decided to get together and see if we can explore these new opportunities. Now, open innovation has been very successful in some areas, and computer software is the one that's cited most commonly. And Linux is the example there, where people can sit over a cup of coffee late at night and put together or improve on software, and that's shared throughout the community. Now, it's fairly straightforward in computing software. All you need really is a cup of coffee and time. Whereas in drug research, you need to invest quite a lot of money. So we do need to look at incentives to make this attractive to people who participate. And that is one of the challenges. One of the other big challenges is really intellectual property. And many of the companies that we work with and MMV want to have some intellectual property protection around what they do and what we do. And that really goes against the grain of open source, where we're putting everything out in the public domain. So these things we really have to address and explore and see how we can get around that. And certainly many of the companies we work with now are becoming much more generous in terms of putting IP out there in the public domain. So we think that can be surmounted. So we're really going to sit together and try a few simple things to start with to see what we can do. One will be really to look at new computing software, and this has been done before, and we think there are tools that we could develop that could make drug discovery much more straightforward or easier. We're also going to look at crowdsourcing in the early stages, and an example might be for us to design what we want, and then to give that to students, to undergraduate students at different universities, and ask them to make those molecules. So in a sense, they have an attractive project that they can participate in. They're making the molecules for free for us, and we do the testing and feedback the data to them, as well as use that to develop new drugs. So really it's a matter at this point, the three of us sitting down together, investing quite a bit of time, seeing where we can take open innovation, what we can do. And this is really, really important to DNDi, in fact all three of us, to look for new innovative ways of doing research in this area where both funds and resources are extremely limited. Thank you.